particularly.
No? When you found him, or what happened, or
Okay. Yeah.
just like, what do you think? Why do you think he did it? Was it money troubles, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was having a nervous breakdown.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was that house up in Rolling Acres?
Yeah.
That must have been awful. Was it Uncle Harold there too?
No.
Just you and him? You had left for lunch and came back or something, you said?
Well, he had left for lunch. And
Oh.
when he left Louise Luther Drive, I noticed he got in his car because he had been working over with us a little bit. So when he left Louise Luther Drive, I noticed he went out and he put a rope in the car with him. And I felt a little strange right then.
You knew he had been acting
Well, he'd been acting out.
odd, but not, yeah.
So after half an hour or so, I figured I'd take a ride over there, see what he was doing. So I took a ride over there, and that's when I found him.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Can't even imagine.
Huh?
I can't even imagine what that's like. Ugh.
You move on.
Yeah, I know. How about, how long after your mother left before Grandpa married May?
To
Do you
be
remember?
honest with you, I'm trying to think of that, but I think it's probably 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when she came in, some of the kids lived with you for a little while? Some of her kids?
They all did.
Oh, they all did at the beginning. So that's why you said they put the addition on. And
Yeah.
all right, so they all did, yeah. And
They would have had to put the addition on it even over 2 or 3 times.
right.
Yeah.
And then she brought Billy, who was a baby, right?
He was a couple of years old.
Yeah. And that's why Grandpa adopted him.
Yeah.
The others were older, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Trying to think of what else. What about going into the service? What, you quit school,
Well,
right?
I had quit school when I was 15.
Yeah.
Okay? And when I was 17, I wanted to see something. Okay, so I talked my father into signing for me, because under 18 you had to have somebody sign for you.
Yeah.
So I did that, and I went into the Navy.
And at that point you had been working, doing building. When you quit school, you were working with your father?
Oh yeah, I worked
And yeah.
school for a couple of years before I went in the Navy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you were in for 4 years, right?
And I was in for 4 years, get out, and went to work with Uncle Harold.
And you and Uncle Harold had the company, but you didn't work for your father then? Did you?
No,
you and
not
Uncle
when I
Harold?
came out of the Navy. When I
Yeah.
went to work for Harold, and after a while, I saved up some money, and we had just built a house. Well, we only had the house for less than a year, and I sold it, and I took the money out of that, and I gave it to Uncle Harold as my share of some of the business.
Because he was already doing the business when
Yeah.
you were in the service. He didn't go to the service, or he went earlier?
He got drafted.
He got drafted earlier, because
Yeah.
he's, okay. And then, so you two had a business, but then your father was still working with Norman and Louie building, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember the first house you built?
Oh,
You and Uncle Harold, or like the first full house you built?
oh boy.
Probably hard to remember, because
I
you...
think it was Freddie Darlington's house.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that on Hillside Road?
Oh, over here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where's that,
Back of Vicky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then what made you decide to go into real estate after the...
Well, I had got my license, and then I was fortunate to pick up a house, Walter Henderson's house, okay? And I did that, and I sort of liked it. Then when my father died, he had 3 houses under construction, okay? So I took over them and sold them, you know?
So you did real estate and building together for
Yeah.
a little while,
Yeah.
and then you got out of the building and
Yeah.
did the real estate. And how about what made you decide to go into politics?
Something got me irritated back then.
Yeah, in the 70s, yeah. All right, let me stop it.